To look at the breakdown, essentially what he did is he got the initial group together, the first advisory council meeting. And I believe at that time he had about 12 individuals that were on that council meeting, because you don't want it to be too large of a group where people become concerned about being open and honest about things that are going on. It allows it to stay small and intimate and get some really open and honest feedback. And what I've learned that he's been doing is it's kind of in a rotation. So people are only on the board for X amount of years, and then they cycle in new clients to get fresh perspective as well. So each person understands that there's term limits in regards to how long they're on the advisory board, which I think is a great thing to do, because I haven't learned of many advisors that structure their council meetings like that. So prior to the meeting, he sends agendas out to everybody that's going to describe the topics that they're going to be discussing, which allows people to kind of prep a little bit so they can give feedback based on the different topics that we were going to be discussing during that council meeting. So he has a great relationship with a local golf club in his area. They have a beautiful room that overlooks the golf course there. They've got a nice little bar area and a reception area where prior to everyone sitting down, there was a really nice lunch that was provided. People got to eat. And then we hosted about a 3-hour roundtable discussion that was agenda driven with the individuals. And then afterwards, which was really nice, is their spouses were allowed to attend, and they had a nice cocktail reception and dinner afterwards where we just got to converse and just learn more about the individuals that were there. So the advisor has a great supporting staff that supports him with these endeavors and the planning and the preparation and getting the agendas out and the scheduling with the golf club and getting the room and ordering the food. And so there is some, time and energy that goes into doing this, but extremely valuable as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so I want to hit on a couple of things you said there. First of all, the concept of being collaborative with clients, does that activate a deeper sense of belonging, that the clients actually are part of something meaningful? Have you heard that type of feedback before?
Yes, I have. And I got to see it firsthand at that meeting. After we concluded, I had the opportunity to speak with the advisor's clients one-on-one. And the feedback that I received is that they felt very welcome there. They felt like they weren't just a number there, and that they were listened to. Wow. Ways to help the advisor continually enhance not just what they're doing for the people that were involved in the council, but for new interactions that the advisor will have with new potential clients as well. So everybody felt almost like a small little close-knit family because they got to know each other through the council meeting as well. So the dynamic in the room, it was just great.
Back to your point about the client perspective versus the advisor's perception, because we've been saying for years, right? Like, you're not marketing to yourself. Like, I know you know what you're talking about, but you can't always believe your own hype. I mean, sometimes you're operating in a bit of a silo. Like a financial professional, if they have 100, 200, 300 clients, they do so much talking. There's a subconscious reinforcement of how they position things, but sometimes you need to elevate and look and just see it from a different perspective. So that's activated, is what you're saying, by engaging in the client advisory board.
It is 100%. And what I found interesting, Duncan, is I incorporated bits and pieces of what the advisor and I have been working on together over the past 3 years into this meeting.